Hello there everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide and something completely different to what I've ever filmed before. This is the first ever reaction video here on the channel where I'm going to be sat here on the sofa, nice and chilled out, the TV in front of me, and I'm going to be watching back the first ever full-length vlog that I filmed here on Theme Park Worldwide. Now this was filmed back in December 2012 at Disneyland Paris when I was there on a trip with my mum, and we had an absolutely fantastic time, and we actually went to Disneyland Paris at Christmas quite a few years in a row, but this was the first time that I decided to film a vlog for the channel, and I'm looking forward to watching this back. I've not watched it back for quite a few years now, and of course never on camera again to sort of react to it. So yeah, I'm going to put the whole vlog in, I'm going to watch it back, and let's get started, shall we? And let's sort of see what my vlogging was like back then, or should I say vlogging. Let's have a little look. Here we go. I'm going to press play and we should be starting now. Here we go.
Good morning everyone, and welcome
it must have
to
been cold. Look at the
Disney's
hat.
Sequoia Lodge, which is a hotel here at Disneyland Paris. Now it's actually 7:45 in the morning, and as you can see by the title of this video, today we're going to vlog.
Hey, there we go, time for the vlog. Hey, back then, you know, I wasn't too sure. Was it vlog? Was it vlog?
Staying in the hotel, you get 2 hours early ride time on selected rides in the park.
Ooh,
so basically, I'm going to
fancy.
vlog my whole day here at Disneyland. So I've spent 6 days here, but
6 days?
today we're going to vlog it all so you can see what's going on. So we're going to head down to the theme park now. We're just leaving the hotel.
You can tell at this point that I was quite nervous actually. Oh, cast member waving. I was quite nervous. Like I didn't really know where to hold the camera. Like was it down here? Was it here? Was it up here? Really quite nervous. You can tell. I mean, look at that. Like I'm more filming my chin than my face.
Oh wow! It snowed. Welcome to Disneyland Paris in the snow.
That was a magical morning.
Nice surprise. Anyway, welcome to the vlog.
Vlog.
We're going to have a good day here at Disneyland today, even though it has snowed. I was not expecting that.
Oh, my voice was very high pitched. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still gets like that now, but blimey, very high pitched, wasn't it?
Here is Lake Disney. Now, Lake Disney is sort of the centre of the whole resort. You've got all the hotels around it, and
Love
you've
Lake
also
Disney.
got the Disney Village and access down to the theme parks. So it's going to be a great day today, and I'll show you a bit more when we get closer to the park.
I tell you what, I watch this back now and think, blimey, you know, my vlogging skills have improved so much. I mean, I look at it, the camera was a lot more shaky and didn't really know where to hold the camera.
Oh, thank you. Have a good day. I need to stop saying have a good day. I feel like I'm at work. Oh, there we go with the first guest in Disneyland this morning. Today's just full of surprises. The staff here at Paris really friendly.
Where are you holding the camera there, Sean? Are you filming the hotel? Are you filming in front of you? But these are all things that you learn over time, aren't they? Bit windy. It was cold, windy. Ooh.
There's the Disneyland Hotel. So I just want to show you this. Now this is the magical 20th entrance.
Oh,
look at
that looks so good.
Really good theming. And we're going to be the first guests to go onto Main Street USA this morning.
It was magical being the first guest going in that morning.
Up this morning.
Just the atmosphere with the music, the lighting, the snow on the ground.
That is absolutely breathtaking. Wow. Main Street in the snow. Beautiful. You don't see that very often.
The old Christmas tree as well there before they changed it.
Now I must say, as you can see, I'm walking down Main Street USA, and just from walking in you can really tell the staff have been working really hard to make sure the park's actually open today, because of the intense weather that we've had.
It just shows though, doesn't it, how much effort Disney can put in, and with their cast members getting them to work and clearing the park. I mean, look at that, it's covered in snow.
It looks so magical, and it's great that the staff here have put so much effort in. I mean, look at this, it's just breathtaking views. What you never normally see at the park. Anyway, as I've said now about 3 times, 6 days here, but you can only do that if you get one of these, which is a park hopper pass.
Or an annual pass, but still.
Into both theme parks, that's the Disneyland Park and the Walt Disney Studios, as many times as you want. So there's no stamp in your hand to get out or any of that. You go in, You scan your ticket, and then if you go out again, it doesn't matter because you can scan it as many times as you want.
Some good explanation there. You know, I think that's something that I've always managed to keep up, and even from the early days, really, just explaining things right.
Because it's only 8 o'clock here in Disneyland Park. That's why it's absolutely dead. And if you want early ride time, you need your Easy Pass. You get ERT by staying in any of the resort hotels, and that's the Disneyland Hotel.
I look absolutely frozen here now. I remember the morning, it was so cold, like walking out of the hotel, and oh, like look at my hat, and even my glasses, you can tell like through my breathing, it's starting to steam up.
So as you can see, the park's dead, and we're going to head to our first attraction now, which hopefully, obviously there might be a few problems with the weather today, but our first attraction, hopefully, is going to be Peter Pan's Flight. Let's go have a look.
Hey, always head to Peter Pan's Flight first. It gets busy. One of the busiest, if not the busiest, of the Disney attractions, like because of the throughput.
It's an indoor ride. So obviously, you know, I'm glad it is open. It should be. The weather shouldn't really affect it. But all the queue line, all the paths have all been cleared. I've just been an idiot.
Some things don't change. I've just been an idiot. Yeah, most of the time. Here we go, on ride POV from Peter Pan's Flight. The big thing for me so far watching this back is just the camera. I'm holding it down here instead of holding it up to the top. That was a short bit of on-ride filming.
But now we're in the queue. Can you hear that music? Can anybody guess what it is? Well, you should have by now.
It's a small world, is it?
It's a small world.
How did I guess?
It's Christmas here at Disneyland Paris. It isn't just any version of It's a Small world, no. It's a Small World celebration. Celebrates how they celebrate Christmas.
Oh, it's a Small World celebration.
Actually, I think I'm the first on because there's no one.
Such a shame how they don't do this anymore. I hope that it comes back at some point, changing it all for Christmas and dressing up the dolls for the festive season. Boat to myself, look at that.
Small world. Now, as you can see, it actually is really quiet. I've got the whole boat to myself. I've actually got the whole ride to myself because I was the first guest on it again this morning. So welcome to It's a Small World. As you can see, this is a dark ride experience, but it's not actually very dark. And I'm sure you
Is it bad that I'm making myself laugh all these years later? I hope it makes you laugh though.
And he made this display for an exhibition, and he brought all the dolls together to make the ride. So that's how.
Good bit of history there, Sean.
Since then, it's been developed at lots of other theme parks, like the one just here in Paris. And I must say, it's an absolutely fantastic ride. So
back then, to think that I hadn't experienced any other Disney park in the world as well. Bear in mind, all these opinions are just from only going to Disneyland Paris. I'd never been to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, let alone the Asia parks.
Audio-wise, which is absolutely great. Here we go, it'll kick in just now.
I've always appreciated the small things.
Syncs itself to each part of the ride. So say you go for a Chinese area, like we are now.
Who'd have thought it though, me saying about going through a Chinese area, then a few years later, well 2017, I'd be able to go to China and visit Shanghai Disneyland 1 year after it opened. Crazy, and it's all thanks to you. It makes me appreciate things so much, it really does. I love the laughs and the sound effects in this section.
Welcome to Discoveryland, and we're now on the way to Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, which is probably one of my favourite attractions here as well. However, I do love every attraction.
It was so quiet and so cold, wasn't it? Look at that.
Behind me.
Space Mountain covered in the snow.
It's absolutely brilliant, Space Mountain.
Back before Star Wars took over as well, how it should be.
But anyway, let's go on. Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, inspired by Toy Story 2.
Oh, my voice goes so high at points. I know it still does, but not quite as much as that. Or at least I don't think so.
Out the film, I don't know where it's from, but if you can get me a copy of the Key Lime music.
The amount of comments I've had over the years of people that have linked me up to this Key Lime music, and I've got it stored now on my PC. It's all on my hard drives and everything.
But anyway, this is a really good system because you have like a lever, you pull it and it spins round on the vehicle. Here's the dead station, let's get on.
Bit of on-ride POV. I'm enjoying this so much, just seeing back. It brings back so many happy memories, and it shows how much the channel has moved on and my vlogging skills have got better, but you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? You know, with holding cameras and stuff. You don't know when you first start things. And there wasn't that many theme park vlogs about back then. There was Disney vlogs, but not so much other parks. And after the success of this one, I went on to do more parks in Europe and the UK with vlogs, and it certainly took off.
So now we're heading into one of my favourite attractions here at Disneyland Park. Now I'm sure you can guess what queue line we're in by the theming.
I think I can.
For Star Tours. So we're going for a trip on the Indoor Express.
Here we go.
Really nice theming in this attraction. So we're going to head up to the station. Basically it's an indoor simulator style ride for those of you who've not been on it. And for those of you who have been on it will know that it's a fantastic ride. Unfortunately cameras can't come on this, so I'm going to have to...
Here we go. Honestly, it's so nice just to watch these back. And, you know, my vlogging style has changed. However, it's not in another way as well. It's really interesting.
Really good ride. I love these simulator style dark rides. Absolutely epic. Now we're going to go and see how the snow situation's doing.
Got my orange here again, in my Disney glass actually, from Disneyland Paris. There you go.
As well as having a little look around the park. So we're going to head now back outside and check out our next attraction.
What could it be?
Okay, we didn't get very far, literally down the stairs. I just thought I'd have to have a look at this and ask you guys. Look at this. It's like,
oh, it's the arcade. Oh, okay. That's now a gift shop at the exit of Star Tours The Adventures Continue. I tell you what, it looks a lot better now than it did back then.
I've seen an air hockey table like that. I've never seen a slanted one. Maybe it's just me because I don't tend to go in arcades very much.
I still don't.
I'm one of them enthusiasts that's just, there we go, that's the normal one there. That's what I normally would expect from an air hockey table. It's like, I'm one of these enthusiasts that I don't normally stop in the arcades. Don't like wasting money on that. I'd much rather buy some merchandise.
Yeah, get the merch, Sean. You know you want to.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back in Discoveryland and we're going to go and see what else is open for early rides this morning. Now, normally we've got Dumbo, the Flying Elephants, and we've also got the rocket ride. I don't even know what it's called.
Orbitron.
Orbitron?
That's it.
Something like that. In Discoveryland. That's normally on, but obviously as you can see it's very cold and icy, so that isn't actually running this morning. So
that's understandable. I tell you what, it's made me realise how many different pairs of glasses I've had over the years.
It's actually called Orbitron, as you can see by the sign. I thought it was something like that, so it's all good. Now normally on a morning, Space Mountain Mission 2, which is...
Oh, it makes me sad.
He's normally in for
with that hyperspace overlay that it's got now.
On site here at Disney to get that extra magic hours, because you can get Space Mountain, get on it about 12 times. The other day when it was open, I got on it 12 times within an hour. So
I remember in the years following this, I did like 25, 30 rides on a morning. It used to be empty on a morning.
Which is really good here at Disney. Anyway, let's move on. Excuse me a sec, let's finish that chocolate bar up.
Come on, Sean, what are you doing?
This, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Nice little dark ride here at Disney.
What am I even eating? It's like 8:30 in the morning.
Just come off Snow White. Really good ride in there. Lots of good theming. It's very dark, so I didn't really do any filming of that. But now we're going to go on this behind me.
Luckily, I've got a better camera now.
It is Pinocchio.
Do you want to film on this one? It's a bit brighter. Come on, Sean. A little bit of me walking down the queue dancing. Some things don't change, do they? Hey, POV. I tell you what, also I've noticed is my whole sort of editing in terms of the transitions between the clips has changed so much. And again, it all comes from experience. You know, back then I thought it was fantastic, and it is great to look back on these things, but you realise how much you've come on over time, and especially when it comes to the editing and the position of the camera. They're the two things I've noticed the most from now.
It's coming up to 9:30, so we're an hour and a half into the extra magic hours. And normally, about now, I go and get ready on Central Plaza, which is the area just outside the front of the castle. We normally go and wait there for Big Thunder Mountain. However, because of this weather, I don't think Big Thunder's going to be running this morning. I think it will later, because this is Disney and they do like getting things open.
You can say that again, they certainly do, as we find out later in the vlog.
I think Big Thunder, Temple of Peril and all that are going to be on. Obviously Pirates of the Caribbean will probably be on, but I don't think that's justifiable to stay in this park this morning.
Oh, big decision there, Sean.
Head over next door to the Walt Disney Studio.
This will be interesting.
That was a nice shot of me coming out of the castle.
A part that's changed very much now over to Walt Disney Studios.
The castle. It's actually not just called the castle.
Oh, here we go.
It's called that just up there. The name of it is La Chateau de la.
Oh, boys, Dumont. My pronunciation has not got any better. The vlogging skills may have got better, but my pronunciation has not got better. It's probably got worse, to be honest.
Dragon, so we can go and show you that.
Oh, look at the dragon. I'm enjoying watching this vlog back so far. Love the dragon. Unique to Disneyland Paris as well. No other Disney park has got that dragon under the castle.
Really cool in there. Now I thought I'm going to have to show you this on the way. Now I would say this is more like some cast members, as we call them.
I remember this. A cast member built a snowman.
And this here, look at this. It's a Mickey made of snow. How awesome is that? Seriously, someone's probably had too much time on
the camera's just like, up here, down there, in the middle. Where is it? My eyes are looking at the side like, does anybody think I'm weird for filming myself?
Main Street USA and head towards the Walt Disney Studios, which has got a number of indoor attractions. So we'll go and try that one out.
Yeah, that's something to say.
And, make the most of rides that should be in operation. So, as I just said, we're going to the studios now, but that didn't quite go to plan. Well, it is, but we've just stopped in the main shop here on Main Street.
The Emporium. You've been distracted by the merch, Sean. I tell you what, I don't buy as much merch now, but back then I used to buy so much. I used to spend a fortune, especially during the 20th anniversary of Disneyland Paris.
All these books and photo frames. Another nice t-shirt. Cap up there.
Got that.
Duffy the Disney Bear, which is one of the new.
It's upstairs in my wardrobe.
T-shirt. We got this jacket, loads of stuff for the 20th anniversary. What Disney actually brought out, and as you know, I do love our merchandise, so I actually bought quite a lot.
Just a little bit. You've got a big worm sat outside.
Theme parks, but 20th ball.
Got the bauble. Honestly, I spent so much, hundreds of pounds this trip. I remember getting it all, and luckily I've still got it all in the world of theme parks.
2013 calendar, we've got one of them. These nice little models here, look.
Resin.
Candles, what light up. This nice mug here. As you know, I've got a bit of a thing for theme park mugs. I do, you know, go a bit crazy when it comes to mugs. So,
yeah, and I still do.
Yeah, we are loving
as you all know,
merchandise here at Disneyland Paris. Oh, look at these ones. These are nice. Look.
I bought that as well.
Minnie and Mickey on there, which is great. This is also a warmer way of walking down Main Street because this shop does run down the side of Main Street. We'll go back out this door actually. There we go.
Bit high pitched on the voice again there. Yeah.
That was cool. So we're going to head down this way. Down towards the exit of the park.
It shows how much the snow had melted by this point, doesn't it? You look at when I first came in at 8 o'clock that morning. Now the snow really started to melt.
Welcome to the Walt Disney Studios, which is the second theme park here at Disneyland Resort. And basically, this opened in March 2002. An add-on sort of attraction here to the resort. And when this was put in, there was a lot of sort of...
You can tell I was struggling with the weather here. Like, I was struggling to talk. My jaw was like seizing up because it was that cold.
But this is basically because everybody knows that Disneyland Paris do struggle with money.
Yeah, and they still do. Luckily, a few years later, they were about to get taken over by the Walt Disney Company.
I think it's called. And basically, they do struggle for money compared to the other Disney parks. So they do rather well to do what they do, especially with things like Dreams and stuff.
Anyway, Dreams.
Getting more to the point, this was supposed to open in 1998, but it was actually delayed and they had to open it in 2002. However, it wasn't actually like in the middle of construction or anything. They did wait until they had the money secured before they built it. But since then, it's actually expanded a lot. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
It's expanded a lot, and then a lot's closed, but then it's about to expand again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, all the expansions that are planned now are going to go ahead. And it's been 2 years since they were announced, and construction is underway. So hopefully, they're going to carry on.
Normally, they open this about 9:30. It's now about 9:45. But obviously, due to the snow, oh, there we go. It's just opened. There we go. Don't just love it when things go to plan. So I just need to turn the camera off, get my pass out, and I'll show you inside the park.
You do that, Sean. Let's carry on with the vlog. Trying out the lingo there.
That's it, we're in the studios. Now what I was about to say before they went and opened it was that maybe they haven't opened it as early this morning because they're clearing the snow, which is going on here.
Look at that.
Yeah,
can you imagine our theme parks in the UK opening if we had snow like that? I don't think so.
The rides don't actually open until 10 and it's only 10 to. Anyway, we're going to head up to Crush's Coaster. Now Crush's Coaster, it's a Morrison spinning coaster.
Ooh. Good plan.
In a big warehouse, but it's very well themed.
In a big warehouse? It's true. Show building, warehouse, the same thing.
From some spinning coasters that we're all used to. So we're going to head up to it because that will get quite a queue. This is really nice in here, by the way, just to quickly show you around.
Oh, I love Studio One.
This is like the Main Street USA of the studio. So it's called Studio One, it's got restaurants, shops and things like that. So we're going to head up to Crush Coaster because of the dire capacity.
Straight out there, dire capacity. It's true.
As planned, we made it to Crush's Coaster, right near the front of the queue.
At this point, I didn't have a GoPro camera, so there was quite a lot of rides that I couldn't take you on that, of course, you can film on with a GoPro.
I'm the third car of the day. So this is Crush's Coaster.
GoPros were still a new and upcoming thing back in 2012.
Crush's Coaster, as I mentioned, it's a Morrison spinning coaster, and it's got theme cars.
Something I've noticed as well is that, you know I do a lot of talking now, but I like to think that there's a lot more breaks and transitions, whereas these older vlogs like this, there's a lot of talking constantly and not so many off-ride shots and on-ride shots where we can do and stuff. You know, it's a lot more talking instead of showing as well, I've noticed. Or I may, these days, I hold the camera facing forwards a lot more and film what's going on.
So that was Crush's Coaster, absolutely fantastic ride.
Like there, I would have put in some off-ride shots and stuff, but these are all things you learn over time, aren't they?
I'm going to check into. I'm sure by that little quote you've already guessed. Now this has had many different versions in many different studios parks across the world. Well, this is my favourite.
It's your favourite because it's the only one you've done? Yeah.
Apart from Shambhala at Portaventura.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Can you hear that music? Welcome to the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror.
Very atmospheric. I was trying not to drop the camera then. You can tell I'm like, juddering about. So quiet.
Here we are, we've just come in through the reception area and we're now waiting outside the library door to get into this attraction. So basically we've got numerous pre-shows. You've got the pre-show in the library, and then also you go through into like the boiler area. That's where you board one of the service elevators. Now you've got
I've always loved Tower of Terror.
and you also get on some steps, and there's 3 on the higher level, depending on which library you go into. So let's get inside and have a little look around the Hollywood Tower Hotel. So we've just come out of the library, and instead of taking the normal lift up to our room, we've been told we have to get into the service elevator for some reason. So
Playing along with the story there, Sean, as always.
It's up to our room, apparently.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. Everyone was so noisy on that ride. Everyone's like,
Now, I thought there was something a bit dodgy.
Just a little bit of on-ride footage there. Obviously, because I didn't have a GoPro, I was just using the camcorder for that, because back then it was perfectly fine to do that. It's not now, but back then it was.
It's about it. It's just the theming and the whole immersion of it, and just you really do feel like you're immersed in the story. And some rides do that really well, and then there's other rides what you just don't really feel like. You just feel like you're in a theme park. But no, with Tower of Terror, you really do feel.
The reactions of some of the people behind me thinking, what is this mad English guy doing talking to this little camera?
Lovely. We have got a
Ooh, some of them transitions, like moving it so quickly. It just shows how much the channel has developed, and you know, you've all got to start somewhere, haven't you? You know.
And you can get 5 photos. So basically, it's a bit like the photo pass, what you can get back in the UK. and you can use them on all the rides.
Oh, the photo deals used to be so much better at Disneyland Paris than they are now, where it's all digital. It used to be great getting the proper frame and everything, and you know, they did fantastic deals on it back then.
The queue for Rocky and Roller Coaster by Aerosmith. This is probably the best roller coaster at Disneyland Paris.
Oh, controversial.
And Thunder Mountain. But this, it's just such a good quality ride, and because I'm into lighting and stuff as well.
It's a good point, the lighting's a big part of it. It's gutted how it's closed though now. Obviously it's going to be transformed into a new Marvel ride based on Iron Man.
Oh wow, now it's like Q, that's what we like. Can't take the camera on board on this. But it's absolutely
no GoPro at this point.
Roller coaster, I'm sure.
Camera's still down here, filming my chin like.
And also the version at Walt Disney World Resort in Hollywood Studios. Anyway,
that I hadn't experienced at this point, but I was looking forward to riding at some point in the future. And at this point, I never thought I'd get to go.
So here we are in the station for Rock and Roller. As you can see, it's got some really good lighting rigs and stuff like that in here. Really good audio as well. Now each seat has got speakers built into it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, what an atmosphere in that station.
Moving ahead. They actually had some new LED lights in here as well, which is really good.
Yeah, I remember that. They replaced all the LEDs, put new park cans in, and all sorts of moving heads and stuff what weren't there before. It's always had lighting since it opened, but they improved the lighting and it looked so much better. Shame that that's no longer needed.
Sequencing, it's got a few different songs what it plays depending on the ride as well. So it's always a unique ride what you keep riding. It's very re-rideable, that's what I like. I don't find many of Disney rides very re-rideable. But with Rock and Roller Coaster, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Interesting how opinions change, isn't it, over the years?
I'm really impressed with Disneyland Paris so far, because this was very unexpected weather. Because the past few days it's not actually been too cold here at the park, so I don't think they were expecting the snow, but they must have had loads and loads of grit, because the whole place now, just 2 hours into...
I was quite serious at this point, wasn't I, you know, but the park deserved a lot of praise for opening.
And every ride I've been to has been operational. Now I've got a friend who's over in Disneyland Park who said my theory was correct about Big Thunder not opening at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
That was quite obvious really, that Big Thunder wasn't going to be operational in the morning. Because
it's quite funny actually, because the friend that I've just spoke about, I actually met up with at Disneyland Paris last year when I was an annual pass holder.
Now probably the best themed area here in the Walt Disney Studios Park, and that's the...
Of course, this was before Ratatouille.
3 attractions. You've got the Toy Soldiers Parachute Drop Ride,
AKA low throughput the ride.
Dog Zigzag Spin.
Also low throughput.
The RC Racer.
That's also low throughput.
Just over there. All great rides which we've done here in the park. Now they are quite low throughput.
Hey!
They are short rides on short sequences, but they are, like I say, low throughput. So when the
low throughput, busy, low like the camera that I'm holding.
Quite a queue down here. But anyway, we're just going to go and do this attraction. It's the RC Racer.
It's making me a bit dizzy, to be honest. Like from the transitions, how I used to spin it so quick.
The car out of Toy Story 2. And look at the queue line, it's really well themed.
Great queue, still looks like that to this day.
Track going all the way around. And it's a massive queue line, not too badly cattle penned. And it's one of the only rides here at the park, but also has a single rider entrance. So
luckily that's something what Disneyland Paris improved on and added more of over the years, that I'm a big fan of. Love the single rider queues.
So that's closed off. But it just shows that Disney are starting to put in single rider entrances. Not sure about the other Disney parks around the world. Comment below and let me know.
Well, I know now, I've been to them all. Crazy.
Fan of single rider queues. So nice theme station. Now that's a cattle pen. Nobody loves a cattle pen.
Nobody loves a cattle pen.
Single rider queues over in Paris. So let's get on RC Racer and I'll tell you about it when we come on. Yay, front row! So yeah, we're front row in it on RC Racer. And I don't know if you can see, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit there. Oh, look at the track.
Whoa, look at that zoom. Look at the snow. I don't know if it'd operate in weather like that this day, you know. Like, I just don't know if they would. A lot's changed since 2012, hasn't it?
Well, I'm going to trust it because obviously it's safe. They wouldn't have owned it if it wasn't safe, but it just surprises me that an outdoor coaster like this is operating, so that's good. I just said the big...
The lady there behind me with the hat on is like chatting with her son there thinking, what is this guy doing?
Looking at the type of ride that this...
And he's like, yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Go and get on it, on the front row, on RC Racer.
Hey! I remember when I filmed this POV on here, because like I said, I didn't have a GoPro, I was using a camcorder, and the cast member was just waving like, hey! They weren't bothered at all. Like I say, now you wouldn't be able to do that.
We are below freezing here today at the park, and the coaster's operating. I'm not sure on the rules, but I know that on Ben 10 at Drayton Manor,
now accelerator.
I know it's a different manufacturer and stuff, but on Ben 10 at Drayton Manor, they can't operate that below.
Look at the cranes there in the background as well for all the construction going on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but anyway, so we've done them rides over here in the studios. Now, as I said earlier, I do like park hopping.
Park hopping, love it.
Go to Disneyland Park now, because I've done the main rides over here. We've done Crush Coaster, Rocking Roller, Tower of Terror, and also RC Racer, which are my favourite attractions over here. Obviously, there's lots of
good choices.
We'll be coming back over here later. You've got things like the tram tour.
Not anymore.
Some of the shows as well, like Cinemagique, Animagique. So yeah, some great stuff in the studio.
Cinemagique and Animagique also changed.
Main park, and I will see you over there. So we're back in the main Disneyland Park now.
Back in Disneyland Park now.
My favourite Disney attractions. Here it is. It's Phantom Manor.
Oh, the Phantom, I love it.
It's a very unique name because basically it's a haunted mansion from the other Disney parks. Haunted mansion.
What's going on with my hat there? Like something sticking off the side.
Same classic Rose Come Out to Socialise theme tune.
Oh, a bit of singing there.
Singing heads, really good ghosts and animatronics, and it's still in the Frontierland area of the park as well. So we're in the queue for that. It's about 5 minutes. There we go. Not quite.
I obviously didn't know the location of the Haunted Mansion rides at the other Disney parks there.
There are all the ones like in Florida and stuff, they're all called Haunted Mansion. So let's get inside Phantom Manor. I'll get a bit of footage in there. If you do know why this is called Phantom Manor and not Haunted Mansion, comment just below and let me know. Let's go in to the Phantom Manor.
Oh, spooky. Nice shot.
Welcome to Phantom Manor.
I still want to know what that is on my hat. Is it like the tag or something? Or maybe it's the branding.
Where the floor dips down. Really good.
Love the soundtrack for Phantom Manor.
Really well themed attraction, Phantom Manor. So yeah, let's go on the ride and I'll show you a bit of footage from the inside.
Oh, the ballroom scene. Stunning. And Phantom Manor's even better now after the recent refurbishment. Looks really, really fresh. Back then with the camera that I had, it was so hard to get the lighting levels and stuff. You just wouldn't pick things up as much like my camera now. Again though, technology, cameras and stuff have moved on and prices are different.
So we've just come out of Phantom Manor, really good quality dark ride in there with all the great animatronics, and still don't know how they do quite a few of those, and I don't want to because that's the Disney magic.
I do now, yeah, the Imagineering story told me that. Oh, there's my mum.
Absolutely fantastic.
You might recognise it from the baking videos recently.
And personally I don't see it reopening today because it is, you know, it's icy and the mountain, the track over there, it looks really iced over.
Just a little bit.
So I don't think we're going to get on that today, but this is our 6th day. So, and I have done big
5 days of no vlogging and that was the 6th day. Crazy, isn't it? Now I've vlogged the first day.
And say bye to Frontierland for now. So we're making our way up from Frontierland now, up into Adventureland.
Oh, so high pitched.
It's beautiful in the snow. You got the nice ship there and the skull. It's all covered in snow. Look at it. Looks so nice.
Look at that. Oh, Mum's got all the bags there. Maybe I should have offered to help carry them.
Another of my favourites.
That's probably carrying all my merch.
Now this one hasn't been ruined by the addition of a Jack Sparrow.
Oh! Controversial.
In the long term. Look at this in the snow, it looks beautiful. Really nice. So yeah, let's all go and have a bit of a pirate's life for me.
My voice was a lot more flat then, wasn't it? Like, well, I say that, it's high pitched in places, but in general it's quite flat compared to now.
Obviously when it's raining.
Or maybe that's just changes of growing up. And
snowy, icy days like this, there's no problem with getting good ride counts, and obviously all the guests in the park getting on plenty of rides because there's plenty of indoor attractions, and also a lot of the queues are covered like this, so very immersively themed but covered.
Immersive. That word stuck by me all these years.
Nice here as it is over in the Orlando parks or California. So we're heading in now to Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's still crazy the fact that I'd not been to any other Disney parks in the world other than these two. It was Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney Studios. I'd not been to any of the others. There were still 10 more Disney parks for me to discover. Well, at the time, only 9. Of course, Shanghai opened a little bit later, but crazy. My new camera picks up details so much better. But I've gone through loads of cameras over the years.
So we've just done a couple of other rides, what we went on again this morning, like Buzz Lightyear, It's a Small World.
I look freezing. And no wonder people are looking at me like, look at my coat, look at my hat. It's not even over my ears properly. And I've got this thing still sticking off the side. What's going on?
It looks really nice in here.
Love the castle walkthrough though, gorgeous.
And you can actually walk around this whole section of the castle, all stained glass windows. Look up at the nice chandelier and all this. It's very nice. Look down on the crowd.
Still one of my favourite areas of Disneyland Paris to this day. I absolutely love it in there. Yeah. Something that I miss when I go to some of the other castles. Shanghai being different, obviously, because of the scale of it.
Side of the castle, but whether that'll be open with today's weather conditions, I don't know, but we'll have a look for you. Just come around this way. And yes, it's open. So we're on the roof. Oh, it's snowing again. It's snowing again for real.
Even the fact that you could go on that outdoor section there, like during them icy conditions, it's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, for Disney Dreams, they're the fire launchers.
Oh, Disney Dreams, honestly, I miss that show so much. And this video, watching it back, is making me miss any theme park so much, but especially Disneyland Paris. And just Disney parks in general.
The Paris Castle, to be able to walk around it. You can also see on the roofs of the buildings in Fantasyland, and the firework launch area for Dreams over there.
Dreams.
So,
bring back Dreams.
Looking really good. Can't wait to see Dreams tonight.
Oh.
So we bring the camera around and look at the view all the way up to the top of the castle. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, it just tells you all different sorts of stories and
there's Mum thinking, what's he rambling on about now? What's he doing holding the camera like that?
You know, I'm not sure if the other castles have this or not.
Little did she know that I'd go on to film over 500 more vlogs.
Different Walt Disney stories and stuff all throughout.
Oh, bit of a yawn there, Mum. She's definitely bored of my talking.
We've done lots of rides in both Disneyland Park and the Walt Disney Studios. It's now the middle of the afternoon on our last day here out of 6, and we're going for some quality Disneyland cuisine at one of the finest restaurants.
Where are we going? McDonald's!
McDonald's! So
just noticed I've got a blackberry there as well on the table. Used to love my blackberry.
The really nice restaurants in the hotel and in the Disney Village. We've just spent our last €20. Do you
remember BBM? Like BBM messaging?
My mum enjoying a McDonald's. Enjoying a Big Mac. There we go. And I'm enjoying my nuggets. We've just spent our last €20 to our name here in France. So we've got no money, but we are travelling back in a few hours on the Eurostar. What a great trip we've had.
Lovely nuggets.
Some nice quality Disney cuisine there. But no, seriously, we have had some really nice meals over in the hotel and stuff, which has been great.
We did actually, yeah, because we had the dining package that trip.
It's the World of Disney store.
Still only had chicken nuggets, but
it's actually just opened this year. Probably just to house all that 20th anniversary merchandise.
yeah, opening year World of Disney, and this is before the changes to the whole area there as well. You had to go through the separate security points going into Disney Village and into the two parks.
The UK, also in episode 17. But yeah, we've had a great trip here to Disney. But as I said, I like doing park hopping.
Yes.
So now back into the studios. Choking on with McDonald's.
Bit of a cough there.
Yeah, great merchandise in Disney Village. So we're gonna head over into.
Look at how like open the area was. It's all closed in now, in a good way. Oh, you can meet Mickey out the front there.
So here we are in Walt Disney Studios Park. Now, as you're travelling around the parks, you can see various Disney characters. You've got Chip and Dale over there as well. Lots of different meet and greets happen at different times. If there are any park guides, so when you come, guys, grab a park guide at the entrance to each of the theme parks, your hotel.
Camera's back down here again. It's gradually been making its way up, but it's back down here again now.
What time the parks are open till? It's normally 7 o'clock for Disneyland Park during off-peak in the week, and 6 o'clock for the studios.
Still pretty similar now in off-peak.
So here we are in the Art of Animation in the Walt Disney Studios, and this takes you on like a tour.
Now Animation Celebration, of course they've got the Frozen interactive show in there now, but you can still do all the drawing and stuff, which is cool. And there's an Olaf meet and greet.
Some of Walt Disney, also of some of his first films that they made, some sketches of how they make the films. Some of the first Walt Disney films, what actually came out, created by him, and I believe that it's going to start right now.
Ah, yeah, I remember now. You went through like an interactive sort of walkthrough experience about drawing and all that sort of stuff.
Now, Art of Animation there, really good.
Oh no, not Armageddon in the background.
I enjoyed that, sort of telling you about all the how they make the tunes and stuff like that. Really good attraction. So now we're heading back onto this baby here, the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Now, as you saw earlier in the video, that was my mum, and she's scared of rides. And I've tried
she still is.
to get her to come on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror with me, and it's just not happening. So looks like I'm gonna have to go it alone.
I've got plenty of layers on there. I've got like a grey fleece on underneath as well.
But I have met up with some great people, so thanks to everyone who I've met up with throughout the week. We've had a good coaster sesh, met up with some of my Spanish friends, which has been good. So anyway, we're going to go on Tower of Terror. It's coming on towards Disney Magic on Parade, so after this we're going to head back into Disney Park and over to watch Magic on Parade, the 20th anniversary parade.
Sounds good. It was a good parade as well. I prefer Stars on Parade though, that came later. Oh, some of these angles. It's all stuff that you just learn over time, isn't it?
Now we've had a slight change of plan before we've gone back.
Oh, I've got a friend next to me.
Great. We've come on the Behind the Magic Studio Tram Tour, which is a ride that takes you behind the scenes.
And who'd have thought that all these years later I'd be having my final rides on that before it closes to make way for the big expansion of the studios.
On the way round.
Sat right near the front there. Not a good place to sit on that. The front. You're always better near the middle for seeing the different scenes.
Now, as you can see behind me, it all cracks off here on this ride. Absolutely fantastic experience, containing fire, water, and many special effects.
I feel like a news reporter there, like in the heart of like a storm or something.
We're not getting wet!
Yeah, I'm amazed that we're not getting wet. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that in terms of retheming it into the Cars experience. The was scheduled to open originally this summer, but of course that's going to be pushed back now.
It really does show you the magic of the movies and how creating scenes like this can be done at studios. Now, as well as showing you amazing scenes like the one that's going on just behind me, it also shows you how
I spend a lot of time looking at my screen instead of into the lens. Oh.
So we're stood here just underneath the train.
Straight back into Disneyland Park.
For the last time that we're going to actually watch Disney's Magicon Parade. It's been a great time here at Disneyland, but we've still got Disney Dreams to come later on.
Oh, here we go. A classic theme park worldwide sing-along. Come on, it wouldn't be one of my vlogs without a bit of a sing-song, would it?
You imagine, celebrate the magic.
Some good 360 spinning round there, Sean. Let's watch the wall. It was a great parade. It was a really good soundtrack. It really, really was. But like I said, the parade what runs at Disneyland Paris now is a big step up from this and a big improvement on what this was. But still fantastic. This was a great float. All the strobe lights on there. I've always loved the parades at Disney, and that's a big part of it for me. Loved all the costumes and branding style for this as well. Mickey up there on the top with his wand, all the smoke effects coming out. Great memories, it really was. And I look back to this in 2012 and think, you know, I hadn't been to any of the other Disney parks, and it's emotional thinking that I've been to them all now.
Very, very excited about this on the channel. I've been talking about it all year since it was first revealed at the start of April for the 20th anniversary, and here we are. Castles behind me, all lit up, ready to go. We're stood right in the middle of the park, as I showed you earlier in the vlog.
I tell you, what, Disney Dreams was spectacular, and Disney Illuminations is such a step backwards in my opinion.
5 minutes till the show, guys. We're excited.
It was the storyline, the effects, then everything came together.
Sounds good. Disney Dreams. Disney Dreams.
And now, Disney Dreams.
Bit of lip syncing, and here we go, showtime. Some highlights there from the show, and as we come towards the end of the vlog, or the vlog as it was back then. Honestly, this show, it makes me emotional watching it back on video, let alone when I used to watch it in person. Probably saw it maybe 30 times or more during its run, and I tell you what, it was spectacular. Such a shame that we lost this show at Disneyland Paris. It really, really was. What a way to wrap up that trip by watching that. It was stunning.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland Park is now closing. We hope that you've enjoyed your day with
I see. I'm just recording the closing announcement. I think I pop in from the side actually now. What I remember.
Signore e signori, e voi ragazzi.
Here I am.
It's the end of our Disney trip. Disney Park is closed for us. However, we're going to be back on park in the morning for a little bit.
Oh, that's alright then, isn't it, Sean?
If you've enjoyed this vlog here from Disneyland Park, we've been here for 6 days. We've had a brilliant time. I hope you enjoyed the footage I brought you today.
I have.
Vlogging our day at the park. We've had 6 days of that. How lucky are we? That's bye from me. Thanks for watching the vlog. Remember to check out our many other theme park videos and Disney videos. And that's bye from Disneyland Paris. Bye guys.
Oh, that's a long outro. Oh, there we go. Just disappear off to the side. And there we go. The end of the first ever Theme Park Worldwide vlog. I tell you what, how amazing was that watching it back and just thinking about how the vlogging style has changed, and the whole way I do things in terms of showing you the full experience is exactly still the same as it was at day one. But I just like to think the camera quality has improved, how I speak about things and describe things, just not my pronunciation, that's not got any better. But yeah, just in terms of the overall presentation of it, and not holding the camera here and holding it up here, and you know, over the years you really start to not really think about what other people think about you and what you're filming, and you concentrate more on the camera, and that's something that I've really learned, and I've got to thank you guys and YouTube in general for just giving me that confidence to go out there and expand on the channel and try different things. And who'd have thought that after that I'd end up visiting every Disney park in the world, over 100 different theme parks out there, and film over 2,500 videos including 500 vlogs. It's crazy, it really is. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of you for your support, especially for the people that have been here since back in 2012. Comment down below and let me know, have you been here from the start of Theme Park Worldwide? I would certainly love to know. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Would you like me to do some more of these reaction videos in the future? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know your feedback. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you soon.